Today's podcast is brought to you by the Tax Defense Group. Tax season is here, and that means that it's time to file your taxes. But there's good news. If you're a W-2 employee, you can save half off your filing. All you have to do is call the Tax Defense Group before April 15, 2020 and mention that you saw this ad on UCAS Studios. Millions of Americans will get money back after they file, and you can be one of them. So call the Tax Defense Group at 800-850-7973. That number again is 800-850-7973, and you can visit them online at taxdefensegroup.com. Also, shout out to our second sponsor, Rider Junkie. Are you looking to make more money in 2020? Well, one of the best ways to do so is by having a new resume that can help you get that dream job. Rider Junkie offers affordable, well-written resumes for the low cost of $145. They'll even throw in a cover letter for no additional charge. All you have to do is mention that you saw this ad on UCAS Studios and they'll get right to work. Call Rider Junkie today at 805-587-7966 and you can visit them online at riderjunkie.com. Welcome everybody back to podcast episode 51. We are here post All-Star break. We've only had one day of NBA action since then, but still plenty of topics. Say what's up, Rod and E.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, so we brought back the questionnaire for the first time since like summer, I believe, and we're gonna have a lot of audience participation this time. I took it away because like people kept asking like the same questions and the same things we discussed every week, but it turned out pretty helpful this time. So when it is a question, I will announce that, but we will start with a little bit that we do have because All-Star Weekend turned out interesting. I think this was the most interesting All-Star Weekend we've had, like overall collectively. That was probably the most interesting one we've had since I don't have a year in mind, but all the events were awesome. The skills challenge were awesome, 3-point contest.
I think 01 is people talk about.
Yeah, like the whole weekend.
The All-Star, the game.
Right, yeah, because the game, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the game was lit. All the events were lit. So I guess we'll start in order. Why not? The dunk contest, because that was a hot topic.
When you talking about the skill challenge?
No, dunk contest. I mean,
because that's not actually the order.
I mean, the skill. Right. I meant of interest. Like the skill challenge is. I mean, it was fun to watch. Right. It was interesting that you had two big men competing at the end with Sabonis and Bam. That's what it came down to, right? I think. Yeah. So that was interesting that the skill challenge is like dominated by bigs. That just shows where the NBA is. So that's the extent of that, because that's not really that interesting. But the dunk contest. What did y'all think? I went back and listened to the podcast. I don't know which one y'all called.
I gotta hand out some L's right quick.
Okay.
I have a pity L towards Rod. I was right with my pick actually.
You picked Damian Jones?
Yeah. Pity L against Rod because Aaron Gordon.
Not Damian Jones, my bad.
Derrick Jones.
Yeah, I said Damian.
And I got a ridiculous L for Don for picking Dwight. He was so confident Dwight pick, like Dwight gonna, like, come on, fam.
Yeah, that's a massive size L, because I believed in it. He did exactly what I said he was gonna do too. He came out with the cape.
It was trash. It was like, okay.
I'm telling you, it was just spectacle, bro.
Hey, somebody, did you see the meme? Have y'all seen the meme yet of like they have Kobe like photoshopped in the sky, the one where he's sitting on his chair? Yeah, they had Kobe like looking down from heaven, disappointed at Dwight, because I was like, first of all, they gave that dunk, what was that, a 47 or 49?
They gave it a 48.
Fam, that dunk was like a 30 something at best.
And this is the same dunk contest he wanted Kobe to participate in?
Well, I think it would have been better then, because Kobe was probably going to throw him the ball or something. You know?
And would have did the same dunk?
No, nothing like that. I think he tried to recreate the dunk from 07 or 08.
Just nowhere near as
wrong
impressive.
decade, bro.
Yeah, I thought because of the spectacle, I severely underestimated what Aaron Gordon still had in his bag, along with Jones. I definitely Derrick Jones Jr. That's what it is. Yeah, Derrick. I know this man's name, but it was highly. The Dwight thing was disappointing. That's where you say like maybe we're glad Vince Carter didn't participate, because it'll erase that memory you had of the one memory we have of him in the contest, because we were expecting some no pun intended magic from Dwight, and it was. That dunk was trash, bro. Like, because he did. I thought he was gonna try to throw it in, and he dunked it. There was no creativity.
I don't think he had that type of lift to do that. To do that dunk.
That just shows you got to temper your, like, reality hits sometimes. A reality hit right there. Like Dwight can still jump for his age, but that's
come on.
But what about the first dunk? People said his first dunk was slept on. The statue.
Oh, the one he stretched out.
Yeah. What did y'all think about that? Because people said like if a guard had done that, would have been like amazing. But the fact they said big men sometimes get underrated.
That's because it's kind of how it is.
Yeah, but so y'all didn't think that dunk was nice?
Yeah,
I mean, it was fine, but like it wasn't like, but like you said, like once you get above a certain size, like
right.
It didn't move me at all.
Yeah, it didn't move me either in real time. Like when you go back and watch it, I feel like when you have to slow a dunk down all the way to like frames to really appreciate it, it just doesn't work in a dunk contest as well.
If it don't move you in real time or slow motion, that mean it wasn't a good dunk.
Well, in slow mo, that's what I was gonna say. In slow motion, it was nice. Like when you see Dwight doing it in slow motion, I thought it was nice.
It's fine.
That was my pick, but those were his only dunks that night, and let's just be thankful again. VC didn't come back, and we don't want to see Zach LaVine come back when he's like 39 or whatever and do the dunk contest.
Because Zach should replace it. Dwight would have been so better.
Yeah, it would have been right. I was hoping Zach would jump in after the 3-point contest.
Like, you trash. Let me get a hop in this game.
Right? Come like you in Chicago, it's your city, but he had like a thing on his shoulder, like he wanted to prove he's just not a dunker. But like, fam, All-Star game's in your city this weekend. Like,
he wanted to be an All-Star. That was the only agreement. He'll do it if he was
an All-Star. Yeah, but then it became a thing of him saying like, "Oh, I want to show I'm more than just a dunker too." But it's like it's in your city, bro. Like it's your city. Like whatever.
He made his decision.
Whatever. So the interesting part of the dunk contest.
Well, what about Compton?
Pat Connaughton. I thought some of them were okay.
Well, I like the shout out to White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, that's been done before. Y'all don't remember Chase Buttinger did
Not
that?
at all. No.
You don't remember that one in Orlando? Yeah, do you remember Rod? Chase Buttinger.
Rod don't know that mean it didn't happen, man.
Yeah,
he did the whole White Man Can Jump thing.
Pretty much, yeah. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he had the hat and the shirt, and so it's like that's like the thing now when somebody
I swear to God, I know that was done already.
Yeah. When a deceptively athletic white guy joins a dunk contest, I think they go for White Man.
I'm gonna take my comment back then. I thought the first time.
Yeah. Maybe I'm misquoting, but I remember Chase Buttinger did something pretty confident. But I mean, they were nice. He jumped over Giannis pretty much.
Yeah.
But the interesting part of the contest obviously came down to Derrick Jones and Aaron Gordon. So what did y'all think about this? Because the controversy returned, like just robbery. Like 2016 robbery,
highway robbery.
So he has highway robbery. What you got? Same
thing. Well, again, I think everybody in this room, everybody here, and everybody on TV, everybody really thought Aaron Gordon going to get that. Okay, he was getting 50s every
right
was 50s, but then I know Wade is getting a chunk of the blame, but it was Candace Parker, and I don't know who that last person was. Also,
no, it wasn't Candace Parker. It was
Chadwick, right?
It was Chapman, and it was Pippen. Those are people who gave 9s.
No, Candace. He had 3 9s, right?
Yeah, Wade, Pippen, and Black Panther. Those are the 3.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, that's right. Candace Parker gave him a 10. And Common gave him a 10.
Yeah,
but the thing is that if we can blame a judge, the thing is why people gravitate towards Wade is that there's the whole like the collusion because the other man's plays in Miami.
Yeah. So that's why he's getting.
Did they dock him because Taco Fall dipped?
That's what I was about to ask y'all. Okay, that's exactly where I was going with this. Did he clear Taco Fall?
I believe he cleared him. Cause when he grabbed the ball, Taco Fall dipped a little bit. But fam, if he dipped, he's still 7'2", man.
The thing is that Taco Fall with shoes on is 7'7". So even if he dipped by like 5 inches, that's still like
okay.
It's still a big dude. So.
I agree with y'all there. That's what I said because even if his head went down a little bit, that's still like you just jumped over 7'3" of human being. That's amazing. The dunk contest. This is the same exact way he lost to Zach LaVine though. Like the same exact way. It's the format. It's not cumulative, so the dunk scores don't add up. So it doesn't matter if you got a 50 every dunk of the entire contest. It becomes a dunk off at the end. Like I don't even think they.
I think they need to innovate it because obviously they've innovated the skills challenge, they innovated the 3-point contest, but the dunk contest is still the same way they've been doing it for the past 30-40 years.
Well, right, because they didn't know what their plan was. Right, at a certain point they were just
never know what the plan is.
Yeah, like at the end, I think I heard the commentator say like, okay, we're gonna do this one more time, and then they're just gonna like judge who was better.
Because I mean, there's a couple ways they could have done it. Like there could have been one that they have one dunk off and then. They literally just decide. They literally be like, who had the best dunk of the night, and then that's who won. Or they vote, just do a vote on who won. Like, there's ways to do it without just maybe having you can vote, have a dunk that's over 50 that each judge can use once. Stuff like there's different things.
Do .5s maybe.
Like there's stuff. There's stuff you can there's stuff they can at least experiment with.
Right.
Or just add up the whole dunks for the whole
cumulative
round.
seems like the most like logical
Easiest one
thing
to do.
because this has happened twice. This has happened where Aaron Gordon pretty much did have the best dunks of the night or the most creative ones, but because he didn't, it becomes a who's not going to get a 50 first, basically. Who's going to get the lowest score first, and so then whatever you did before all this doesn't exactly matter. That being said, Derrick Jones Jr. still had crazy dunks.
Yeah, he had crazy. I just wasn't as creative as Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
I like the one where off the backboard between the legs.
Yeah.
And
The one where he spun with one arm.
And then the reverse one from the reverse 360. I don't know, something. The one he did in an earlier round.
Yeah, the fact he still brought out some stuff I don't think we've seen before
Yeah, I didn't
in the
see
contest.
the back one leg thing.
And that's crazy. Like, that's why I'm not exactly mad at him for saying like he's done with the contest, because I honestly don't know what else he would even do. I mean, we said that last time too, but like, fam, the one where he threw it off the backboard and caught it and like spun with one arm.
What was it called?
Marco Fultz
the
one, right?
360 Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
One-handed Eiffel Tower.
That was nasty, bro.
I think I would have been more mad about the loss if he got that on his first try, because then I would have felt like, bro, like he got that after a second try.
But
And
that's
it was
because
impressive.
Fultz messed up the what's it called?
Right.
The pass.
I blame them having the All-Star game in Chicago because he had like 5 layers of clothes on trying to throw a lob pass off the backboard.
He had a hoodie strictest movements.
Right? That man looked like he was in a blizzard trying to throw a lob pass. But yeah, no, when I jumped up on my seat on that first attempt because that was insane. And the dunk still turned out insane even after the second one.
But they knock you if you miss once, right?
Well, no, he still got a 50.
No, it depends. No, he got 50 on that. It depends on the. Shaq is the one who's infamous for that.
Yeah.
I think they knock you too, like if you take like 3 or 4 tries, like the second try.
Dennis Smith type.
Yeah. If you hear like the crowd getting quiet and you still like throwing lobs to yourself, and, like
you can't get no 10 attempts and still get a 50 no more.
Second attempt on a really nice dunk like that still deserves a 50. Like that's still hard as shit, especially when it's a pass that was messed up. So. It's a different thing of saying like, oh, AG was raw, but did Derrick Jones deserve it though? Like, did he deserve the dunk contest win? Because
well, if someone get robbed, how the other person deserved?
I'm saying because his dunks were.
I'm saying you can't get robbed and the other person is.
His dunks were fire.
You can't do both, man.
Because I mean, the crazy thing is that even though he won. And you know, in 5 or 10 years, no one's gonna be talking about him.
Yeah, it's gonna be talking about Aaron Gordon. Yeah, like of these last, like, because it was 2016, I think, when he did that with Zach LaVine. So yeah, the biggest thing of the dunk contest would be Aaron Gordon was robbed twice. But
the biggest problem, I guess, the biggest issue people have is because both of those nights he arguably had the best dunk.
Yeah,
the double under the legs and the
well. 2016, that's very hard. That's very
2016
close.
2016.
I think Zach LaVine won that
2016 is different. It's different. Like 2016, like there's an argument, but in this one, this was just straight robbery.
You're right.
LaVine won fairly to me than the one
Not
he won.
Not fairly, but the fan, like, it was no dunk Zach LaVine could have topped the Scott.
But I'm saying though, it was like, again, it became a thing where it was like out dunking the other guy, and Zach LaVine just out dunked him that night. He just didn't run out of stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's because he just kept going from the free throw line.
It was different. Like maybe
they lacked creativity at that point.
Maybe I'm forgetting, but there wasn't a situation like where in Aaron Gordon in 2016, it wasn't like we disagreed with the score.
Yes, we did.
Was it? Because this one is the fact that
everybody say Aaron Gordon should have won.
But I'm saying though, like the last dunk that happened though, like between him and Zach LaVine, it wasn't like
that's
a thing
because
where,
by that point had gone on for too long.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so like this one is a disagreement where it's like, oh, he still cleared a taco fall. Like he still cleared like a 7'3" hurdle. So people disagree with the score.
No, the issue with that one is this one is not only did it go too long, but he also got robbed on the score.
Right. So we don't think in 2016 he got robbed on the score though, from what I remember. Because that I don't think he got robbed on the score.
To my recollection, people really thought Aaron Gordon should have won 2016.
Right. I think he has more of an argument this year, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's more egregious.
Because the thing is that when it just becomes like a dunk off of attrition, where it just whoever's going to run out of ideas first, it's just not. That's not how we want to run a competition.
Right. Yeah, it'll probably. I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to amend this.
Even 2016, the biggest highlight is Aaron Gordon mascot though.
Yeah, the things he was doing with that.
It was, he's headlining both dunk contests that year, this year. So it's like,
true. So if you have the best dunks of that night, you should be the dunk contest champion.
You just add them all up, it should be better. But Zach was getting 50s too. So
then the other thing is that if they keep, doing this, like people are not going to participate in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
If it don't look like it's going to be equitable, how it's going with the results.
Yeah, like John Moran already put on Twitter, he's not
doing it.
Which is
Giannis too. He said he ain't doing it.
Well, I mean, Giannis has been.
Giannis
in
already been in it.
Yeah,
dunk contest.
Yeah.
When?
Like it's the same year, right? With LaVine and
I don't remember what year, but it was.
Giannis was in there.
Yeah, he was in there, but it was before he was
it was
before he emerged.
Yeah, it was before he was like MVP.
I don't know that.
Yeah, he was there, but it wasn't anything interesting.
And also, he's probably like 2-3 inches shorter because before he actually came into his body too. So
I can't remember what year it was,
but
he was in there because his brother was on the court with him. I'm pretty sure it was with Levine and Gordon. I'm pretty sure
like
it was in Toronto.
I feel like it was before that. I feel like it was before that.
We'll look it up after this. I swear to God, it was in Toronto though, because his brother was out there. I remember they took a picture for Instagram, but like his dunks weren't good though.
I don't think his brother was in the league yet.
Just a quick reminder for everybody to check out the sponsors of this video. Both Tax Defense and Writer Junkie links can be found in the comment section and description of this video.
Yeah, but he was out there though with him.
He was out there.
I mean, he could be out there not being in the league.
I think it was 15, but
maybe. Either way, yeah, Giannis dunks weren't that great. Because just because you can like windmill in game and stuff and have a freakishly athletic body, it doesn't mean you can be like super creative with like dunk contest dunks. It doesn't always
he's super
translate.
long, so I don't know that probably hurt him.
Yeah. So John Morant's not going to be in. Then I
Zion is.
Yeah,
I mean Zion said
it must happen.
Did he say he wasn't?
He said if the team was doing good around All-Star break, he would be in it.
So
like this one, he want to play that. It have to be. It's like it's written.
Yeah, he bent the dunk. He bent the rim that night. The night after we popped. I think y'all left. He bent the rim.
Yeah,
I
saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, not the rim, but the goal. Like he pulled the goal like off its tilt, which is crazy because I remember back when Amari Stoudemire was a superstar, they did one of those. You remember that science sports show they used to do with the NBA? Yeah, they did a thing of him trying to like his hardest to break the goal, and I don't think he ever budged it. Stoudemire, like they just like straight like go ham, just dunk as much as you can. I don't think he ever pulled it anywhere. Zion caught a lob, and that shit was like slanted to the left. So yeah, but who knows with him though? He was He had a little bit of a contest outside during the. Did y'all see the highlights at the end where they were letting him dunk? He was doing some pretty cool stuff. I think he was doing some pretty cool stuff. So he probably does have it in him. And that was after a full game of him running and not even being in full shape yet. So in a dunk contest, Zion will probably be awesome. So those are our takes on the dunk contest. I guess y'all are in agreement that AG deserved it. I want to see Derrick Jones keep coming back though, because he clearly didn't run out of things the way I thought he would. Now, the All-Star game. What did y'all think about the All-Star game? Because this year was a new format. It turned out exactly kind of like how everybody wanted it to. So what were y'all thoughts on that? And then we have a fan question as well coming after that.
So yeah, I give props to CP3 for,
what Ice Cube said, you better credit Big Three. The Big Three, because they fourth quarter don't go by clocks, I believe, to my understanding.
I mean, Big Three is more or less pick up anyway.
But Ice Cube said he wanted his credit because Big Three used that same format. In the fourth quarter.
I mean,
he was real upset about it.
Really?
Yeah, because CP3 getting all the credit, but it came.
Oh, CP3 was getting the credit for this?
Because he's the one who proposed it.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Really? CP3 proposed this? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. So, but
that format of the fourth quarter comes from the Big Three.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what they did was and I told y'all, like, everyone like was going batshit the day they announced this on Twitter. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is too confusing."
I mean, that's because no one knew what the heck it meant.
I told, and I'm glad, bro. I was on the right side of history there. I told you, I was like, this shit is gonna make the game competitive. I think once people understand it, it's gonna be awesome. And the fourth quarter was. The rest of the game was kind of like, I don't really think they were gassing themselves that much.
I mean, the thing is that because there was like charity money on the line, if the game was close, the last 2 or 3 minutes would end up being competitive as well.
Right. I think it was perfect. Like, I don't think they need to touch it at all, really, because what I don't really want for an All-Star game to have. I don't want an All-Star game to be like the fourth quarter was like all game, because I don't think it's a point of people crashing to the floor every 5 minutes, taking charges and stuff. Your franchise player get hurt in an All-Star game. I don't really think that makes sense. And I saw Embiid crashing to the floor. You saw Lowry and all that.
Taking a charge.
Yeah, so fourth quarter, that's cool. I think it's perfect where the rest of the game was kind of mellow. I don't think you really need fourth quarter competitiveness.
Well, they
all
kept
game.
it close third quarter because they tied it up.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. It was all right, but it wasn't like in the fourth quarter. They was sweating. Yeah. Like, they were competing. But would y'all like to see it like the fourth quarter, like duplicate that all quarters?
Well, no, I wouldn't want.
I don't mean like the format, but like the competitiveness of that fourth quarter. Would
like
you want
I said,
that
I don't
game?
want people to get hurt, so I think just having the first 2 quarters kind of be like typical All-Star, because you had to realize the fourth quarter there was only 3 dunks.
Really?
There's only 3 dunks in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When there was
it broke it down like fast.
When there was like a gazillion in like the first 3. So I mean, let people get some, some star power, some entertainment, lob, stuff like that, and then a fourth quarter buckle down and let's play some real basketball.
Right.
Well, it depends. How much does the competitive nature come from Kobe?
Yeah, that was my next question actually, because this format, while it is awesome, I tweeted during the game. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna go this hard in fourth quarters, like in future years where it's not really dedicated to Kobe,
right?
Unless they're gonna dedicate all of them to Kobe. But this one, obviously, something special was in the air because like, you had the whole tribute for him before the game.
Jerseys.
Yeah, the jerseys. This weekend was dedicated to him, so it meant a lot to win like that. I think maybe they might need some more incentive to go that hard next year, where this effect will kind of have worn off by then, because I don't think they're gonna super dedicate every weekend to Kobe like they did this one.
It was 35 originally, right? The total the total points you must get, but they switched to 24.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really 35, but it dropped to 24 because of Kobe.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's next year. Like, well, you know, we already did the Kobe thing. I don't know if you're gonna keep the same energy.
Yeah. I think it'd be difficult because this year it's special. Like, and the award now, is it permanently named the Kobe Award?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is permanently named the Kobe Award now. So, but again, winning the first one was special as well. And Kawhi came out and got that without even like really sweating hard. He just
no reaction.
I'm glad he didn't. We got a sneak peek of what would have happened if he had went to LA.
Right? Oh my gosh,
broken.
I'm still got my hands together thinking, man, about that didn't happen.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for being competitive. Because I think AD commented on that, right? AD said like they got a taste of what we could have been or whatever.
Something I didn't catch that,
but Kawhi wanted to have fun.
There would have been no parity in the league.
I've been mad as hell. We're going straight from the Warriors to that. I always during the summer when we were going through that saga, I low key thought the Lakers. I thought that would have been a little bit worse than the Warriors in terms of like parity, because. I mean, it's hard to be worse than the Warriors, but Kawhi,
well,
AD,
you got every
Amber,
area of the court. It's like it's covered.
Yeah, like and imagine on the perimeter, you got to get past Kawhi, and then try to get past AD too. Like I don't know.
You got LeBron facilitating all this.
Yeah. I thought from like an on the floor perspective, that was at least as bad as the Warriors was, because I don't know. I guess it depends on the rest of the team. But yeah, Kawhi walks away with the first ever Kobe Award, and it'll be interesting to see what they do going forward with the All-Star game, because again, like you said, keeping the same energy will be difficult. But it was fixed this year.
The format, it can't end on the free throw.
Yeah, that was exactly where I was going with that. That killed my vibe, bro.
I'm almost leaning towards just go full pickup, and if fouls, you just check up.
Exactly, yeah, check that shit up, because it was anticlimactic. Like they were going really hard at the end of that game for it to just like
I need it to be a bucket,
right, to end at the free throw line.
It have to be a buzzer, be like Kobe.
Yeah, I think they had a hard time celebrating like after the free throw, because like the energy,
because it's not game win. It's not game winner.
Yeah, like the energy just isn't the same.
Well, to be honest, it was kind of interesting when he missed the first one.
Yeah, it was.
If this man missed both of them, dog, this would have been hard.
That would have been interesting. I would have been telling him to miss the next one, but yeah, and then it was interesting to see like the refs playing their games too, because there was that one where James Harden they called the charge on Lowry. I feel like they only called that because they realized like the game was about to end. He was about to make that shot, and the game was about to end on a pretty clear foul. I feel like he would have gotten away with that in other circumstances. You know what I mean? Because that was a game-winning bucket,
and that was the only time I actually enjoyed Kyle Lowry.
You don't enjoy Kyle Lowry? Yeah, I
don't care for Kyle Lowry.
You don't like Kyle Lowry.
I liked that charge he took.
It took like 2 or 3.
But the thing is, the reason
he messed up.
The reason why Giannis team lost was because of their backcourt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Lowry had those those 2 charges, but Lowry had an important foul. When they were inbounding the ball, that was a turnover. Right. And then Kemba was looking funny in the light with the missed layup, and then he dribbled the ball off his foot.
It was interesting, too. They didn't play Trae Young like in the whole fourth quarter, I don't think. Or something along those lines.
You could get a bucket, but you need to stop, too, fam.
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Trae Young ain't going to give you no stop.
Come on, bro. And Luka didn't play much either. Like, I didn't know.
The starters played the whole fourth quarter.
Right.
Chris Paul was a better option at that point.
And Chris Paul caught an alley, too.
Yeah.
What the hell did that come from?
Like that,
yeah, that's what I was like. Did that just happen? Like, because the only real dunk I remember from him in my head is the one on Dwight Howard when he was
the only one.
Yeah, he's still a baby back then. The man caught a whole alley oop at like age 30 or something. That's crazy, bro. Okay,
but that was a good lineup though. I like the Team Bron final lineup.
And it was interesting too that this didn't turn out being a blowout or anything. Even the fact that Giannis picked all the second best players pretty much, and it still turned out really competitive. There was there was a great moment in there too with Giannis and LeBron where I think Giannis blocked him. Is that the one?
Yeah, they had to go to the video.
Yeah. That.
Well, he got the fadeaway block too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the goaltending.
He got blocked on AD too.
Oh yeah, I don't remember the 81. I just remember the goaltend. That was on. I can't remember who that was.
He had a fadeaway block. Then LeBron got him back.
That was on LeBron.
Right. LeBron got him back. I think he D'd him up and John got the ball.
And Braun tried to take a half court shot and win that shit. And almost went in too.
And he tried to end that shit.
I'm telling you, but those are the little the small subtleties. Like when you know this is a guy you might see in the finals. Like those are the small shots that you take during the All-Star game right there, because you know you might see them in June. I'm telling you, it's a mental game as much. So somebody asked, so this All-Star format for this year, it worked. I hope they amended it a little bit so that you can't end on a free throw, and I hope they keep this too, because I never want to see an All-Star again like we had in 2017, I think, when it was in New Orleans and they let AD score 50 basically because it was in New Orleans, and that one where Steph Curry like laid down when Giannis. I never want to see no bullshit like that again. Right. This has to stay now. It has to be the greatest pickup game in the world.
Yeah, like because people always talking about 80s, 90s, like the All-Star game to actually play real defense. But, that's not, you're not gonna be able to emulate that. But if you can at least put players in a situation where you can get them to play at a high level, that's what people want to see.
Exactly, because I don't want to see like summer pickup games on Instagram being like way more entertaining than the All-Star game. You know what I mean? Like you just throw a couple of these guys on the floor in the summer, and it's like it's hands, right. But. Somebody did ask though, because this is more one for you guys. Do you think is there something like this that they could do for other sports? Like probably football is the only other one you guys are.
No, actually, I actually finessed tickets to the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah,
and I was actually there, at least till halftime.
Yeah, I had tickets too, but I didn't go.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my energy got messed up because that was the day that Kobe passed away, so I definitely like halftime. But the thing is that about football, the thing you want to see is you want to see hits and stuff like that, and that's not happening because no one's trying to die.
Exactly.
No one's trying to mess up their future.
And that's after the season too, anyways, right?
Yeah. So it's just it's basically two-hand touch.
Yeah.
And I don't really think there's a way you can.
Only thing you can do for NFL is like mostly skill challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have quarterback skill challenge, but stuff like that. But ain't gonna be no game, bro.
For the NFL, is that all they have is a Pro Bowl? Like they don't have other events.
They have like a dodgeball. Like they have like
I don't have like some passing.
They have like random stuff, but it's nowhere near the level of.
It's no one you can do where you can have a competitive NFL game. It's possible.
The Pro Bowl is always here.
It used to be in Hawaii, but I'm pretty sure City of Orlando signed a deal with the NFL, so it's gonna be here for a little while.
It's trash, man.
Yeah, like because I feel like y'all had tickets. I feel like they just give them away, and people be like, "Yo, you want to go to the Pro Bowl this weekend?"
It's trash, man.
Yeah, so there's nothing you could do to them. Okay, so that you can't adapt.
Other sports, maybe baseball. I'm not familiar with baseball. I'm pretty sure they got some entertaining all-star.
I think isn't the baseball the team that wins? That's the team that gets home court in the playoffs.
I don't know
in the
anything.
Finals.
Really, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
All I know is what home.
I'm not like into baseball like that, but I'm pretty sure that's what
the home run derby. That's something I know about.
Speaking of baseball, do y'all have any clue what's been going on with like the Astros and stuff? Like, do y'all have?
Signs stealing.
They're stealing signs.
Stealing signs. What?
So basically, like the catcher would give a sign telling the pitcher what pitch he should throw. So if you're stealing signs, you know what pitch is coming.
Oh, so that's what happened.
You can't do that though.
So what was what was this like a championship game or something that's happening?
Yeah, they won the World Series.
They won the World Series that year.
What year was that?
2017.
Yeah.
And so they just now this just happened.
Someone blew the whistle.
Damn, bro. And so they stripped them of their title.
No.
That's
why there's a
what?
That's why it's in the social media because a lot of players, fans, just about everyone basically feel like the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
What was the punishment?
I don't know what the punishment is.
They fired the GM.
Yeah, people lost their jobs, but they didn't get the title stripped. And I think a player on their team won the MVP, so he didn't lose that either. So they
didn't take the title away though.
I guess the hard part, and this could be for any sport, to say there was some scandal in any sport. I guess the hard part about stripping a title is that there's no champion for that year. So that entire year, everything.
College do it all the time, though. They strip titles.
College do a lot of fuck shit.
That's college.
College do a lot of fuck shit, bro.
Well, it's
in college, like players are there for like a year and then they're gone. Like
Well, another thing with baseball, even when people that got like hit with like steroids, they never took the MVPs away.
Yeah, but
I mean they keep him out the Hall of Fame.
Well, still, like my point is like it's like 5 MVPs go to him, but like
it's difficult to look at a year and say all these games happened, all this competition happened, championship happened. Oh wait, we're going back and strip that. So like it's almost like that whole year, like nothing really happened because there's no champion, there's no finish to it if you take it away. I guess you know what I mean.
Build this black labeled it out.
Because what are you gonna do? Give the title to the other team? They don't want that shit. Yeah, exactly.
It's just vacant.
Yeah, so it's vacant. So it's almost like that whole year was put because you play for the championship. It's almost like that whole year was almost like a big chunk that's missing.
But the whistleblowers accused him from doing in the World Series games.
Right.
So that's the biggest stage.
Yeah.
Like,
so there was just no World Series for that year. I mean, yeah. Y'all think it would have been appropriate to strip the titles?
Of course. We don't tolerate no type of cheating, man.
I'm not gonna lie, because in the
NBA,
NBA,
it was only for they're doing it at the home games. So
right. Yeah, I'm not a baseball fan, but I mean I can't.
It's not like Patriot scandals. Like this is people actually got proof of this. This whistleblower thing.
Because if I'm an NBA fan and I find out somebody was juicing and they won the finals, I want that shit stripped. Like I don't want, you know what I mean? If I find out like a finals from 3 or 4 years ago or whatever, or 5 years, just a finals anywhere that I've been watching and I find out they was cheating, like I want that shit stripped, bro. I wouldn't want that to stay. So
especially
I guess
if it's so like current.
Right.
Teams that go like, "Hey, what it is, fam."
And especially if my team lost along the way too. Oh yeah, I want your head on a pike.
I think they play the Yankees.
Yeah, they play the Yankees.
Yeah, they play the Yankees.
So what's gonna happen to them?
So Aaron Judge was like, "What the fuck?"
The players. So it was players that cheated, right?
Players in the the whole.
Probably people knew. People in the organization knew. So it wasn't just like
So how does this season go for them? Like they're just gonna play this season?
Again,
I
don't.
Because some people want them to have like at least a 1 year postseason ban. Stuff like that.
Because I'm just like, are they just supposed to go back to playing baseball this year and then like just go like nothing ever happened? Like nothing ever happened. No, I'm saying like nothing ever happened. Like they got this happen. They got. You cheated, so now you just go back to playing baseball. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know who the commissioner is for the MLB, but he needs to do something.
All they did was fire management, but they didn't fine or strip them.
Because in the NBA, I know they're definitely like they throwing people out the league for less in the NBA. Yeah. So like I know you probably get like a year ban or something like that for the NBA. That's interesting. I'm glad we haven't been scandal free, the Tim Donaghy thing, which I never actually fully researched about that anyways, but. I'm
pretty sure he didn't cost you a championship.
Cool, because Tim Donaghy, it's his word though. It's his word, and like the NBA has denied it. They've been able to deny.
That's the one playing for the mob one.
Yeah, he went to jail, I think. Right?
Yeah,
he went to jail. That's interesting. Well, yeah, let's hope we stay scandal free. I don't want it to come out in like 10 years that we had a bunch of HGH in the league and all that shit. So that'll move on from All-Star Weekend. That was a very fun weekend, very successful weekend from start to finish. Very, very pleased with it. Except the celebrity game. Celebrity game gotta go, bro. That shit is boring. Unless it has Kevin Hart or Stephen A. Smith like actually playing or something like that.
Right.
I don't want to.
It was just bad because I was just watching. I'm like, I could literally go to like any court probably in the world, and I would get better, and I could see a better game than what I saw.
Yeah, it's just boring. Like
it was bad.
It's boring, and like like I say, it was fun when Kevin Hart was there. It's not.
He ain't been doing no cardio leading up to this, so like it just.
I still find it strange active NBA players can play in this.
Actual NBA players,
active WNBA play in this.
Yeah, I know you talking. You said there was active WNBA players.
Yeah, I just find it strange, but we're gonna move along.
I mean, it gives them more exposure.
Yeah,
like, I mean, the reality
is they consider
is
professionals, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
but I'm saying though, it's their off season right now, and it does give them more exposure. Like some people, there's not as much people that follow that league. There's not as much people that follow that league, so now you know that.
Okay. I feel you. Hey,
you feel like it's disrespectful to invite WNBA players to celebrity game because
I don't feel like the NBA probably respect them as professional athletes.
Because they've invited them to a celebrity game with guys
professional
like
athletes. I thought probably like for normal celebrities from different sports, but not people that's professional in this sport specifically.
Right.
You got retired players because they got retired, so they ain't that good.
But the guys, active players, are like going to compete for a championship this year.
Yeah, you got to. Hey man, I ain't trying to.
I mean, they don't feel disrespected by playing it. They accept to play in it, so they don't feel disrespected by playing.
I try to be feminist for a moment, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not jumping into that.
So we'll move on from the All-Star Weekend. Again, there was a break this week, so the games that happened last night, only a few. There wasn't even much to care about besides Trae Young dropping 50. But there was news that came out because we're getting into that buyout land, and Reggie Jackson was bought out from the Pistons, intends to sign with the Clippers. Not sure if they made that an official signing yet. I know he was averaging in the short time before he was bought out. He's averaging like 18 points or something like that. Are y'all worried about the? Well, first of all, you said they playing. You said they playing keep away from your Lakers.
Yeah, it's pretty much keep away. That's all it is.
Because I low key because the Clippers fans are saying that they actually did need another guy besides Patrick Beverly, another backup PG besides Patrick Beverly.
No,
see how many do you need?
Because they said like they were playing some rookie. They were giving like a rookie minute sometimes when it wasn't Patrick Beverly. So they're saying they needed somebody else there. But this whole time, I mean, I hadn't heard that cry as much from them as I have for the Lakers. Because
I didn't hear that cry all season.
I'm pretty sure the whole year the Lakers, I've been hearing the cry that we need another ball handler.
Yeah,
I've been hearing that.
I didn't hear no Clippers need another. No, I never heard that. Let's play keep away, man.
Because the Clippers, the thing we pointed out last time was like they're doing really good this season despite barely ever having their full roster out there. They're still like second or third, so I think that speaks to how good that team is actually when they're fully healthy. Now they have Reggie Jackson. Some people are worried about them. Like Kendrick Perkins was worried about this team maybe being too deep because now you got guys that like Reggie Jackson.
Minutes.
Yeah. You got guys like Marcus Morris that come in, take shots. Reggie Jackson, he's gonna be used to taking shots, and they're wondering if that's gonna backfire.
You don't cut into Lou shots probably.
I don't think so, honestly.
Well, Marcus Moore, all he did is want to shoot. Like, he get the ball, he won't let that thing go.
You got to commend him for that though, because like,
like
sometimes people don't want the shot. Like he always want that.
Only one person can shoot at a time. I guess too deep can be an issue.
I'd say I'd rather be too deep than have no depth. So
Are we at the point where, because this is, we're in narrative territory now, where the Clippers are a super team?
No, of course not. No.
Because we are in there. Because every time this happens, and again, like you said, they playing keep away, and people are saying that they doing all this to. They accusing them of buying a championship now. Actually, it's something I saw. They accusing Jerry West of buying a championship, saying that they need all this to beat a 35-year-old Braun. This is interesting.
They never mention AD in these scenarios.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because it's like it changes from night to night. Like one night you have like, oh, Braun is 35 and he's still doing like GOAT shit, and then like on the other flip side, a team gets good and it's like, oh, you need this just to beat a 35-year-old Braun. Which one is it, bro?
Crazy.
Like which one is it? Yeah. I mean, when players join championship teams, I don't think it's as much of a worry. Like people say Reggie Jackson had bad habits in the Pistons and all that. I don't think you can come into Doc Rivers' system and ruin his shit. I don't think.
Plus, you have too many high caliber players for that can happen.
Yeah.
I doubt Kawhi, even though he don't say anything, I doubt he'll allow that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think the whole team. I think they'll be fine. It's clearly a championship culture over there right now. I think they'll be fine. It'd be interesting to see what type of minutes he gets. But it is hilarious, the theories that are popping up. I saw dudes say that.
The hot takes were getting out of control.
Yeah, they said they paid the Clippers paid Darren Collins to not play for the Lakers.
I'm real confident Darren Collins coming to the Lakers and he like, I'm staying retired. That was strange to me.
Yeah, it was
Reggie
like
Jackson was like, I'm going to Clippers. That was kind of Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's keep away or like I'm not fucking with the Lakers right now.
I mean, I think it's part of it's just it's the better team. I mean, the Clippers. I maintain that, bro. The Clippers are the better team. They've been. I think it's been that way.
I'm assuming Reggie Jackson don't want more minutes then.
Yeah, because I think he would have been more useful on the Lakers. He got
more minutes too at Lakers.
Yeah, more opportunities there. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the buyout. That's really the buyout news right now. The Pistons held on to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose actually wanted to stay in Detroit for some forsaken reasons. I don't know.
I guess put up numbers.
Yeah, I'm reading.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm reading his book right now, trying to understand his mind a little bit more. I mean, it is interesting.
Like, he won a first round pick. He ain't going anywhere anyways.
I meant for the buyout because it wouldn't have been impossible to buy him. Even though he's 2-year contract, I don't think that would have been impossible. But yeah, Derrick Rose is an interesting character. Like I didn't know that time he was with the Knicks, he was actually planning on retiring. You remember that time when he just disappeared? That
family issues.
Yeah. He was actually contemplating retiring that day. It's a lot of interesting stuff out there for him. Kyrie Irving finally out for good. I mean, this was the most predictable.
It was just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. That was the most predictable thing that happened this season. I've thought since the beginning when he had that. It was a shoulder. It was a shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder impingement. But it was like nagging for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And like nothing was getting better.
Yeah. So when he was out for that long in the first place, I was like, why would the Nets bring him back and risk him, with KD, not playing with KD next year anyways. So he is out now. The Nets and Magic are vying for who's going to get swept by the Bucks. So that will be an interesting race. That's going to be a brutal ass first round, whoever it is. More interesting stuff.
Hey, Magic might get a game. They got Augustine over there, baby.
Nah, I want to get a game one Augustine.
Game one Augustine is a thing now.
With no Isaac, I don't know, bro.
Game 1 August.
Maybe if Jonathan Isaac was there, you can convince me that they still won. But
Game 1.
Yeah, Game 1 obviously nah. The Bucks don't have Kyle Lowry out there, bro. It's not gonna happen. The Bucks are that's gonna be brutal. But I hope it's the Bucks in Orlando just so I can go to a game. This is interesting. This came out. I think we were just talking about this. Now we have official word about it because we forgot to talk about Kevin Garnett's jersey retirement last week. The Celtics are retiring his jersey. Maybe we mentioned it. I can't remember. However, Danny Ainge came out and he did confirm that his move to Miami would influence the decision. Influence the decision of if he was going to get his jersey retired or not. Is this unnecessary pettiness, or do you think the Celtics should bother anyways? Because the ceremony would be kind of awkward. What do y'all think about this?
I think this kind of confirmed what everyone was kind of already thinking, because I already kind of figured that they were salty about. I mean, we knew they were salty when Ray Allen left. So.
Absolutely.
So I always felt they were going to kind of hold it against him. And then obviously, wasn't he beefing with Rondo a couple years ago?
When was? So there was a couple of things that were going on. Yeah, some stuff came out.
Like that. So I've always kind of got that vibe that it wasn't all love.
Right.
Hey, you ride or die, fam. You died. You chose to slide. You ain't getting the retirement, man.
Because he's not gonna get his jersey retired anywhere now. Because the Bucks already, or Giannis is wearing his number there.
To be honest, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so
I realized he wore 34.
I don't think OKC is gonna be retired. I don't know how that whole thing works between them and Seattle.
I don't even know you, dog. Over in OKC.
Yeah, so that's not gonna happen. I don't think Miami.
It's not until Seattle actually gets a franchise again. Well,
yeah,
but Gary Payton has not retired either.
Because he said that I didn't play there.
Right.
OG talk right there.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't go there.
Yeah, right.
So that's not gonna happen. Pat Riley, maybe to spite the pettiness of Boston, maybe he would retire at 34.
But Shaq got retired there, so
yeah, but that's different though. That's way that would look crazy if Miami retired Ray Allen's jersey.
Yeah,
how long you been there? 2 years.
2 years.
It would look wild
because even though he hit like one of the biggest shots ever,
biggest shot.
Yeah,
but he wasn't like
Yeah, he wasn't like that. Like Jerry, that would be kind of crazy.
He was a role player for a while, so
yeah, he was a role player there. That was like for 2 years. That would be really difficult to justify.
Hey, listen, it's probably come to the realization that he's not gonna have a jersey retire anywhere.
And then so we get to the same with Boston, and that's where I started to question it because I was like, well, they're retiring KG, and him and Allen got there at the same time.
Well, they're not retiring Rondo, so you should not retiring Ray Allen.
Yeah, they're not retiring Rondo's, but it's a little bit different. Like Ray Allen,
more Boston than Ray Allen. That's only good years at. He's more Boston than Ray Allen,
more
bro.
Boston than Ray Allen.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know because when we won the championship, Ray Allen was one of the best, but Rondo wouldn't like that yet.
Whatever. And then I say.
It was always like Rondo was coming to be a part of the Big Four. It was never like
a Big Four though at one point.
Kinda like when the rest of them were getting older. I don't know. That's a tough one. But yeah, I mean, at any rate, Rondo was not getting his jersey retired. But still, though, Ray Allen was a bigger part of that. When you think of Boston Big Three era,
who's more beloved?
Who's more beloved than Boston?
Rondo or Ray Allen?
Right. I mean, maybe neither. Honestly,
Rondo is more beloved
because of the way that it ended with Rondo and Boston.
Still though, you ain't go to Miami.
Yeah, I mean, Ray Allen it's no secret Ray Allen is disliked in Boston. We see that. And the ceremony would be weird because not that much time has passed right now. We're in 2020. It hadn't been that much time since this happened. So if Ray Allen was having a ceremony this year, like he would probably get booed, like in Boston. That would probably happen. Probably get booed there.
Boston fans be fiendish sometimes.
Yeah. None of the former players would come back. KG and them not coming. Paul Pierce is the only player that really fucked with Ray Allen, I think, since then. Yeah. But yeah, that's sad, bro. I don't know whether I don't know where I stand on this whole thing.
Yeah, it's quite simple, fam. You left, then went to Miami.
Yeah,
and they beat us
for that reason. Like that, whether I agree with it or not, the ceremony wouldn't happen, especially not this early. Ray Allen would have to get his jersey retired years
like 50,
and years,
55. Or something,
because it couldn't happen right now. It would be embarrassing right now.
Right.
There would be boos. That shit would be wild right now. Yeah. So yeah, so whether you agree with the move or not, let's just agree that the ceremony could not happen in 2020. There's no way. Okay, he wouldn't get the love from anybody right now.
Yeah. So they wait like 10 more years or something.
Yeah, and then maybe you could work something out, But
right.
Yeah, that's that's crazy though. That's crazy that Danny Ainge came out with that. Even though Danny Ainge, was the culprit behind trying to trade him the whole time that he was with the Celtics too. But that whole situation is screwy. So now we're moving on to these are mostly questions that are left. Yeah, we can go with this one. Somebody asked who changed the NBA game more? Who had the bigger impact, Steph Curry or Dirk Nowitzki? Who changed the NBA more?
That's a good question.
That is a really good one.
Shout out to him. Whoever said
my
that.
thing is, I'm just thinking about how, even though this ain't NBA, you can see how pickup ball around the country changed pre and post Curry.
Yeah, in our lifetime we can see that
you
visually.
can see how it changed.
Yeah, like.
Well, I guess it's hard to appreciate Dirk because it's a long time ago, but the stretch fours?
Because on Dirk's side, you have people coming in like the one leg shot, cloning that. Big men.
Also popularized the big man who could shoot.
Also, European drafts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of finding the next Dirk, which did not pan out.
Yeah.
Dirk really, he definitely had influence in big men, going out more and being perimeter guys. And that was a lot of people there's a lot of people with that. Hakeem was taking mid ranges. KG came in, handled the ball a little bit more out there. So Dirk Nowitzki was part of that.
Well, I'll still say Curry, because even after Dirk, you still had traditional bigs still having a job. Now, if you can't shoot, we look at you kind of crazy.
It's kind of like Rod said. Like, it's not even just the NBA where you see Curry affect. Like, you see it in pickup games. Like, you see pickup games where people don't do anything but chuck threes. Nobody want to work in the mid range. People won't look for you in the mid range sometimes, or in the post or whatever. It's running out of chuck.
It's pretty bad. I've been playing with Dom, and he'd be like wide open in the post. People won't even look in his way.
Yeah, nobody's looking for the post. They're looking for coming off screens and such. And
everyone just wants to play a 5
and
out.
Then in the NBA, the impact is obviously like the NBA changed. It seemed like it changed really quick throughout the 2010s with Curry as well. Like I
saw a shot chart between that compared like 2010 and like what shots all the teams took to now, and like mid-range has completely disappeared.
Yeah, and when you talk about logo shots, I'm pretty sure Curry started that whole thing as well. Like, we have logo Lillard, and you have Kristaps Porzingis taking shots from back there. Like, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't popular to take threes from way behind the line before Steph Curry was doing that, and that's becoming a regular weapon. Not a regular weapon, but that's something you
see it way more than you did 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So I think to answer the question here, I would have to go with Curry, but that doesn't minimize the impact Dirk had. It's just Curry was very, very noticeable in all of basketball. Somebody wanted to know who all of our favorite players were in the NBA as it stands, if we have one. Wait a minute, somebody's at the door. No, I didn't order pizza. It's too early for that. Hold on.
Are you brother?
All right, we back. Favorite player in the NBA currently? That was a question.
Currently or as a kid?
I get. Why not both?
I mean, because the way I kind of view NBA players kind of changed as I grew up, because before it was posters on the wall, idol, kind of. I saw them as kind of like my idols. But the thing is, as I grew older, I very quickly realized that I'm basically the same age as these dudes. Like, they're just they have talent, they have skills, but they're not like they were no longer larger than life figures.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
Larger than life figures that they were when I was 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
So my perception of players kind of changed. But growing up, probably it was definitely T-Mac. Then also because my style of play growing up, I was a pass first. I played point guard, but I was pass first. So I watched a lot of Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, dudes like that, because I wanted to watch people that I could try and model my game after, because I didn't have no 40 as 12-year-old. So
right, kids now it's crazy. It seemed like everybody in the highlight videos be 6th grade fucking posterizing people and shit, jumping over. It's ridiculous. You got that 10th grader Imani Bates that just dropped 63 points.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's ridiculous. I don't know what's in the water now, because I see a tape and they're like, oh yeah, this 8th grader. Look at this 8th grader and this amazing poster. What are you talking about? We were trying to touch net when we were in 8th grade. Whatever. So you don't have so you don't have a current favorite player, but you guys.
I'm just I just try to appreciate basketball when I can.
Okay, I feel that. What about you, E?
Same. I'm the same age, just probably older than some of these guys. I guess who I search more, who I search highlights more. I guess I watch a lot of Giannis films, but I know it's a generic answer. But yeah, I don't have an attachment to current players. Of course, everybody know Kobe Bryant was my favorite player growing up, but
I guess I didn't realize I felt that way until y'all said it just now too. Because when again, like he just said, like you used to idolize players when you grew up. So seeing them out in public was like a really big deal. But I feel like if I were to see even a player that I really like today, like Derrick Rose, if I saw him out in public, I wouldn't go crazy. And I've never been in the habit of running up and asking players for their autograph and things like that. I just don't really bother them. I see Brandon Bass on the regular at the gym. It's just like he's not an NBA player anymore.
Have you had that pickup game yet?
Yeah, challenging him to 1-on-1. Yeah, no, I'm still scouting his skill set before I challenge Brandon Bass to 1-on-1. But yeah, I mean, obviously growing up, like I said, the T-Mac spiel, whether I actually saw him play or not, that's what got me into it. Then later on, you get like Derrick Rose, and then Kyrie Irving when he was on the Celtics was actually my favorite player. But then like things just got really weird really quick in the last few years too, and he hasn't been playing much either. So
no, Westbrook my favorite player to watch.
Oh, Westbrook's he's your favorite player to watch.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
really?
I search him way more than Giannis. I realized that.
Okay, damn, really, Westbrook? I wouldn't figure that. Just
because people hate him, I want to see him do good.
Yeah, you like how hard he plays as well. Like
yeah, I just when he do good, I'm happy.
Didn't he get ejected last night?
Yeah,
for like 6 people.
Well, he elbowed somebody.
Yeah, he elbowed Damian Lee.
Talking trash like everybody on the team.
Give me all that. I'm cool. Give me all
was that Klay Thompson? He was talking trash to on the bench. Was he?
Like everybody.
Right, I saw like 3 different clips, and he was just like wanting to smoke with like all over the court. Like
I lead the league in technicals actually.
The funniest part of that whole thing was when he walked by Kevon Looney, and Kevon Looney didn't do anything at all, but like they rubbed shoulders, and Westbrook like, bro, like, that man was hot. He just wanted to fade somebody. He was just like, Kevon Looney's like, I didn't do shit. Like, and Westbrook, they just rubbed a little bit, and then he got mad over that. But yeah, I mean, Westbrook, I could appreciate Westbrook, even with the way that you can't criticize his game. He is still one of the only players that plays like super duper hard every single night, regardless. So that's appreciative. That's appreciative. But yeah, I didn't realize that until y'all said it. Like, yeah, I'm not really like crazy over players the way I was when I was a kid. Just, they play basketball and they're really good at it, but. Yeah, when you're younger, I guess it's more of a hero thing. So, yeah, right now, I guess just Derrick Rose still left over from the earlier days. Yeah, but other than that, I don't really see it like I did when I was younger. Let's go to the one that you wrote down. Since we're kind of already to that. I guess that was part of a Kevin Durant interview about the 5 players. If there was highlights that you could watch of 5 players for the rest of your life, was that the question that they asked him? Yeah. Okay. And you sent that, so I'm gonna let one of y'all go first then, because that is a really interesting.
Because his list was it was
Kobe, Shaq,
Jordan,
MJ, LeBron, and
Jordan,
Magic.
Yeah, and those are the highlights that you could watch. Damn.
I mean, I can't really argue with that list.
Well,
I can't that's some people's top 5s. Shoot, but I can't knock any of the choices that he
I'll
made.
take Magic out and put Curry in.
Same highlights, yeah. Curry highlights are fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Magic, I know what I'm getting. Even though Curry, I know, but
yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's wow. I'm not trying to minimize Magic with the passing, but I'd rather see some half court shots.
I feel.
But I also think the list would change depending on what age I was.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if I was a kid, my list would be different than what it would be right now, because I'll be trying to. If I can only watch certain people, I try to watch people that I could model my game after, into some realistic capacity.
Yeah, so mine is Shaq, Kobe, Magic. I mean, Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, Curry, and give me KD.
Yeah, I felt like that. Wait, he can't be on his own list, I guess.
Yeah, he ain't gonna mention himself. So
Tim Duncan highlights, anybody?
I'm good on that.
I mean, it's fun from a fundamental standpoint. Like,
that's crazy. Kawhi gonna be the Tim Duncan years later.
Yeah, but Kawhi is actually really fun to watch though. Like, if you
Tim Duncan was like 10 rounds.
I mean, yeah,
hook shot.
I guess it's not like super exciting. I mean, I think Kawhi is exciting to watch.
Right.
Thing, even though they should have
Even though you know exactly where he's gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, if I'm watching highlights, I want to see Larry Bird, because Larry Bird with the shooting and his passing highlights, you could watch those and be amazed for hours. He had like eyes all around his head. Man was like a computer. And kind of do with Boston, bro. He could have played for the Pacers.
Russell, man. Bill Russell, no?
Bill Russell highlights?
Yeah, nah.
I mean, for like the 5 videos I can find, sure. The 5 grainy videos I can find. In all seriousness, I have tried watching a 60s game, because they have them on the NBA app. I've tried watching a 60s game.
How'd that go?
It's because the camera keeps doing weird things. like the way they change the angles and stuff. Like every time they shoot, like it's hard to. And then Yeah, I mean, I ain't finished, so. But I'm gonna get to it. It's on my to-do list. But yeah, give me Larry Bird. Absolutely Kobe, because even y'all don't know who Shady is, but he makes like the 2K mixes and stuff, and he just like had a video game version of Kobe highlights this morning for like 6 minutes, and I sat and watched it. So you fun to watch in a video game. Like I definitely watch in real life, and Kobe highlights are extremely fun to watch. Always have been like that. I mean KD, absolute 7-foot shooting guard. Yeah, it's very fun to watch KD highlights. Vince Carter highlights, bro.
Man,
his dunk highlights.
Good.
Yeah,
y'all
like,
niggas.
You ain't never, wait. You never seen the 10-minute
he's a highlight
dunk compilation?
Yeah, he's a highlight
on YouTube. Bro, you tripping, bro.
I have it on my hard drive because I used to download highlights.
So hold up, finish your list right quick.
I said Larry, I said Kobe, KD, Vince Carter. Yeah, and I did have Steph Curry on there as well before.
Vince Carter highlights over
everybody.
I'm not ranking them. I'm not ranking them as players.
I'm saying, so you enjoy a Vince Carter highlight over T-Max?
Yeah.
Over Jordans. That's crazy.
I mean, if I'm trying to learn something, probably going to Jordans. But like Vince Carter's highlights, objectively, are probably more
Vince Carter highlights
exciting.
over Shaq's.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's called a highlight, bro. I'm telling you,
He's so nonchalant. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to download. I still have the Vince Carter 100 dunk tape or whatever. But his
that
dunks
thing is
are
nasty. That's filthy.
It's incredible. I'm telling you, I don't know what you.
I'm sure.
I've seen that multiple times.
Vince Carter might not be.
You know how I feel about Vince.
Yeah, Vince may have underperformed, but yeah, give me his highlights though. For a highlight reel, I could be happy watching Vince Carter dunks over a lot.
So what's your list? Herb finish
Did you? He made his list, didn't he? Or did he? I don't know.
MJ. Kobe. I'd probably do Shaq, KD, Curry.
Okay, so Shaq highlights. So Shaq when he just like
I just have
spinning and power drop inside dunk.
See how he minimizing this, man?
No, I'm saying y'all don't think Vince Carter highlights are more entertaining than Shaq?
No.
How?
It's dunking insane, but at least
no. I just want to have a center. I just want to have center in it.
Okay.
At least Shaq is like strength overpowering people.
Yeah, it's a freak of nature. Yeah, it's a freak of nature, but VC's doing something.
Because VC's dunk over the Olympian guy is great.
Yeah,
you know.
But
I love Shaq dunk. Sean Bradley.
Everyone posterized
the
Sean
Knicks guy.
Yeah, he tried to throw the ball. That was it's classic.
Yeah, no, he emasculated that man.
Waited 20 feet to throw the ball.
This was an interesting question. I've never given this any thought in my life. Somebody asked us what our dream job in the NBA would be. A dream if you
besides the player.
Yeah. Because
so basically, like if you're in management,
or just like any other job to go with the NBA. I mean, I can tell you which ones I don't want. Like I never would want to be a coach. Like hell no, that just seems stressful. Like you can't do anything beyond the sideline. That would hurt me. Referee, no way. I would never do that.
I will say this. If I was working for the Magic, I mean, since the standards are so low, I might as well become one of the Penguins.
W one of the Penguins. Your job's secure, fam.
Right? Yeah. Just
scribble on some paper like, ew. Yep, I'll be out.
But I probably want to do something like analytics or player development.
Okay, player development.
They gotta be like at least, a couple $100,000. Like I ain't like trying to make no pennies out here.
Right.
Oh, we taking that into account. Oh, I would just say some. I didn't know that. I was about to say Instagram account guy.
Oh, you mean I got to run an Instagram account?
Trolling on it.
You get fired first day though.
Like if money's not there's salary equalized, that you're gonna be getting paid a bad regardless of what you did. Mm-hmm. But if you're not, then like you got
Well, I think I come up with some great content on Instagram.
Right.
Depending how good the team is. If it's Magic's, I ain't getting paid enough for this.
Running the team's Twitter accounts will be fun because they're petty.
Right.
Yeah, they're petty to each other.
I'd probably do that if you're not taking in finances.
Yeah. I'd never really thought about this at all. I would do something I guess like Jimmy Butler has his guy do. He doesn't. If you watch Jimmy Butler on YouTube, at least from my memory, it's not a guy that actually trains him, but it's somebody that trains with him. So he kind of does like the same workouts that Jimmy Butler is doing. It's like a training partner, not some guy that's He's not some guy that's like, hey, do 10 of these or whatever. He's like actually like doing training with him, and I'm not sure what exactly that position is.
Buddy.
Huh? Yeah,
it's like homeboy.
Yeah, it seemed cool. It did seem cool though, because
Yeah.
I've never really I've never actually had aspirations of having a job like in management or something like that.
Oh, see, I was thinking about like actually on like the team.
Yeah, I just
payroll.
it was
Right.
ambiguous at NBA, so yeah. But I'll
I'll be
really thought about that.
the social media guy.
This is interesting because I can't remember who made a comment about this, and somebody asked us about it, but it was a conversation in the NBA earlier this week of like, what was it Westbrook who said only certain people should have signature shoes?
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, I think it was Russell Westbrook that said only certain people should have signature shoes, and so that became a question. So if that's the truth, because everyone there's a lot of people that have one that probably, I don't know, I guess shouldn't. But which 5 players in the NBA, if you had to dwindle it down to 5 players, who has a signature? That's difficult to dwindle it to 5 players. If there was 5 players that had a signature shoe, like it should just be these 5. You can't. I don't even know if you can really
cut down to 5 people.
Yeah, because I feel like that's
the
excessive.
only way to cut down to 5 is if you only went by MVPs.
Yeah, and you cut down people who.
I
actually
thought the
deserve
question meant who 5 people that deserves the signature shoe.
Yeah, no.
Let's say that if only 5 people have a signature shoe.
Okay, cool. Braun.
Yeah, obviously.
KD.
Yep.
Curry. Yeah, you can name it.
Just to be MVP, like
Harden. No, really? What?
I'm trying to name the 5.
Yeah, he's in the 5. He's absolutely in the 5. He just had an MVP like not even that long ago.
Well, I'm just it's personal preference.
Does Giannis have a signature?
Yeah, he got
the
yeah.
His is new though.
He just got it like last year.
I hadn't actually seen it. I don't think.
He got the Come to America joints. The one with the Verse Nikes. The Verse Nike.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I don't keep up with shoes that much. Yeah, I feel like you're cutting down because.
But if you can only have 5, I literally probably just look at active players with MVPs and then go from there.
Right.
I also go how the shoe looks, how I like them.
Right.
Active players, so I don't got to worry about past players. So Jordan's off the table. So yeah, mine is LeBron, KD, Curry. I like Kyrie's. And
he's probably one of the players people would probably be like, if you're cutting it down,
his shoes way better than.
Yeah,
I'm going how the shoes look.
Yeah,
I mean, how about we not take aesthetics of the shoes into account?
Nobody really has trash signature shoes, do they? Is there one?
I don't care for Hardens.
I
don't care. Okay. Can you picture Harden in your head? Shoes?
The Adidas ones?
Yeah, I don't care for those. And I'm not a fan of Giannis either.
I have to look. I would have to do more research.
So
on this topic.
off talent level, that means talent level. Yeah, I guess it can be those guys. KD. What about Kawhi? Kawhi needs
New Balance. I haven't seen one person rocking New Balance because they got like the Times New Roman song.
So it's the 5 best players then.
Right. Yeah, that is fascinating. Like, I don't even think I've seen Kawhi shoes like on sale before in the store because I don't know where to find New Balance.
Who's even been in a New Balance store before?
Yeah, is there a New Balance store? I don't know.
I thought you go to regular Foot Locker. They're pretty sure they have those.
I gotta take note of that.
I don't know
next
NBA.
time.
I know. Yeah, I never saw it. New Balance.
Right.
Sure. And
And
Outlet has one. Balance Outlet, I think called.
Damn. I think we just went through all the NBA questions. Actually, I'm pretty sure we just went through all the NBA questions. We had some non-NBA related questions, but if I'm even going to go to those, I obviously want to read the NBA standings off first, so we know where everybody is standing. Wow, I was not on NBA.com. Definitely not Basketball Reference. Wasn't a lot that happened this week. The games last night, it was interesting. Miami ended up losing to Trae Young after he drops 50. Then Jimmy Butler, I don't know if he responded last night to that whole thing. Yeah, Trae Young said, I did know the fear. I mean, it was just like some playful banter. It is what it is. I mean, the team got like, I don't know how many wins, but whatever.
Less than 20.
Like I said, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I love hearing players talk that shit, so say whatever's on your mind. We're looking at the standings. The Bucks feasted on the Pistons last night for their 47th win of the season. They are 7 games above first seed. They don't even like... The rest of this season, they shouldn't be required to play the rest of this season. Toronto is in second, Boston third. Everything is pretty much the same since the last time we did this because nothing has happened. Nothing has moved. Literally nothing has moved. Yeah, none of the standings have moved. There's no reason for me to read this. Yes, sir. Actually, the Rockets and Thunder are. I didn't realize this. Maybe this was last time, but they're 5-6 right now, which wouldn't matter. 4 and 5 is the playoff matchup, not 5 and 6. Okay, no, that doesn't matter. Yeah,
who's 4?
4 is Utah, so you get Utah and Houston. I was hoping for some way to get a Utah and Denver series, but the way it's breaking down now,
that would be interesting because they have to play Gobert with a small ball lineup.
Yeah, exactly, and that was fun. That was fun seeing. I watched that the other night, and the Rockets almost won that game. That was like last week. The way it would break
the buzzer, right? Buzzer.
Yeah. It was interesting. That small ball thing is interesting. The way it would break down right now, the Lakers and Clippers won 4-2-3. Okay, yeah, they would meet in the conference finals. The way it breaks down right now, so we're on track for that. As long as the Clippers don't fall to fourth, we're good. Because then we get Lakers and Clippers second round, and nobody wants that.
Not at all.
All right, so that concludes the NBA topic. We are in the second half of the season. Officially, we were already there. We will just move on to some of you guys' questions that weren't NBA related, and we don't have a ton here. This one seemed kind of... Well, we'll start with this one since we all have common ground here. As far as tips for high schoolers going to university, which is kind of important because we're in February and a lot of them are going to be making that transition in the next couple of months. And Rod, you're still in grad school, so you're the only one out of us that still has like student advice. But yeah, anybody has something to say on that, we can go and I'll give my opinion.
If I could say anything, especially undergrad, being a freshman, is that you need to have balance. If all you do is work, you'll burn out. But if all you do is play, you'll drop out. So you kind of have to figure out,
I like that
because I've seen both. I've been on one end of the spectrum before. So you need to figure out how you're going to manage your time, your schedule. Because if literally, like you said, all you do is work, like, eventually you're gonna burn yourself out. And then I've seen people become alcoholics. I've seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we've seen heroin.
Everything.
I've seen stuff that I wish I did not see.
I've seen everything.
So be safe.
Yeah, especially depending on the type of school you go to. You go to a high income school where people are less incentivized to actually worry about their work. Then she get kind of wild. I mean, there's truth in every joke, but I saw a joke online that was very true about college back when I was in it. I think it was a diagram meme where there's like 3 things and it says choose 2, and one of them is like social life, then academic life, and sleep. And between
sleep was gone.
Yeah, and you choose 2 of those. So like if you're gonna get sleep in academic life, then social's gone. If you're gonna get sleep in the social life, then academics is gone.
That's pretty accurate. But that varies by week to week.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you just gotta like alternate between those. It's between that like triangle basically, because most likely you're not gonna get all 3 unless you're like some people are built where I don't know, you're most likely not gonna get all 3. All right, that's just reality. So I guess that's my advice. Get ready to choose 2. Did you have anything to add to this?
No, that was pretty much. What's the question was like? Advice?
This is more. Also, yeah, this is tips for high schoolers that are about to go into university.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, choose your, because I know some of y'all probably, I know a lot of y'all probably already committed to a college, but choose your college wisely as well. Yeah, absolutely choose your college wisely, because a lot of you go on tours and stuff like that, and everyone will have an opinion about like where you should go. And I guess some of you, like if your parents are the one paying, I guess so they gonna choose some parents to be choosing where you go.
Yeah, finance should be very important.
Yeah,
in this situation.
I had freedom to choose where I was gonna go though, and I still think like there was a place that felt more like home that I didn't end up choosing. So when you go on tours, like if a place feels like home, you never know what it's going to be like till you get there anyways. But if a place feels like home, you should probably choose that, because you're going to be there for a while unless you transfer, and that's probably a mess as well. So definitely choose wisely. And
also, if you're going to be living on campus in your high school and right now you do not know how to use a laundry machine, you need to get on that immediately. I don't know what you've been doing in your life, but please learn how to do that before you get on campus, because I had to deal with way too many clowns that first semester.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the only advice I can give a high schooler is high school is not like college. You're a child in high school. In college, you are grown. There's no extensions on due dates. There's no sympathy. Like, you're a grown person now.
No one's going to wake you up if you miss your alarm.
So you have accountability and responsibility. So when you choose a university, make sure you're coming in with the mature mindset.
Oh, also, I don't know what your schedule was like in high school, but it's impossible to wake up for 8 a.m.s in college. It's basically impossible.
It gets harder as it goes.
I remember in high school, like I'll be up at crazy time doing all these, sports activities, extracurriculars, Nah, in college you just be tired. You can't do all that.
Whatever well you're pulling from right now that gets you up at like 5 a.m. for high school, it runs out when you're in college. Like as you do it. My first year in college, I had all 8 a.m. so I didn't know the difference, and I didn't live on campus yet. But once you live on campus and you adapt to that life, like 8 a.m.s are slowly going to become like, very life journeying, especially with all the stuff that college comes with. So yeah, whatever well you pull from right now that has you sitting upright in a cold classroom in a desk at like 7:15 in the morning, I promise it's not the same.
That is not the norm.
Yeah, it's not the same once you get to college. So yeah, that's basically it, to be honest with you, that I have as far as tips. Indulge in a lot of different things.
They don't pick a university based off how the women look there. That's not wise.
Oh, where's that come? Where's this coming from?
It's just not logical to
yeah, I mean every college is gonna have women, bro. Like, so
well, I'm saying,
guess,
like, don't if you between three colleges and the one you wasn't even considering has some shorties out there. Like, I'm feeling this campus.
Oh, you just because of
your mindset's already fucked up already. Yeah, so.
Where did that come from? That sounds
I'm
like
just saying.
Oh, okay. That's just okay. That's
you know
just
what I mean?
thought.
I'm just clearing out there. That means you are gonna be a socialite already.
Yeah.
So.
Also, the thing is, when you're in tours, like, it might not be representative as well. Because I remember when I toured UT versus Rollins, all the females were at UT, and I came to Rollins, and I didn't see anything of interest. But then I got to Rollins, and it was like, it was crazy. So
welcome to Bel Air.
Yeah. So the tour might not be representative. So obviously, don't choose it off no dumb shit like that. Right. It's like,
but you got some people out there that's real narrow minded.
Yeah. And just indulge in a lot of things too, because it's cliche. It's super cliche when people say college goes fast, but like I was in college for like 5 years, and it was faster than like any years of school that I had done. So it's very cliche, and I know, especially if you're coming out of high school right now and people are like, oh yeah, this is gonna go fast, you're like, yeah, whatever, that's like 4 years from now. It's like 2025. That sounds like it's forever away. I promise.
Hey, make the most of your opportunity there. So get involved into some of not the frats and fraternities, but like, there's the community engagement, the activity they got going on. You gotta get that whole experience.
Yeah.
Try to network too. Meet as many
network.
Meet as many people as you can. Even people you might not necessarily vibe with initially, but you never know who someone's gonna be in 5 to 10 years. So
right. Yeah, the whole you said don't mess with frats is what you said.
Well, I'm saying, if you need friends, if you built that type of system or whatever, but
I guess it just depends if it's for you or not. It completely frats is like a case to case basis. I know some people can't wait to go be a part of a frat, but we all know what they for, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think I had a true frat experience, because the one I went to, first of all, it was only for a short amount of time. Second of all, I don't think it was like an actual. It wasn't like an actual frat. Like, it wasn't like the stories you hear, shit like that. I don't think it was.
I don't believe in paying dues, so it was never for me.
Yeah, no, that's actually when I bopped out too, because I think I was like a what do they call it before you're actually part of a frat? What are you?
I think the last thing you had to do was pay money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get to a point where they're about to get you in, and now you got to pay. But before that, what are you? I can't remember the term.
I don't know the term, but you were as close as you could get without paying.
I was like that because they tapped me at like the end of the 2017 school semester. So then you got summer, and then like at the beginning of the next semester, when the dues came up, I was like, yeah, this ain't adding enough value in my life for me to start paying for this shit.
And prior to that, I didn't know you had to pay dues.
Say what?
I didn't know you had to pay dues prior to going to Rollins.
Not frat. Yeah, for a frat. Yeah, I
did not know that.
It's a separate thing. Yeah,
I never knew. I didn't know you had to pay for these.
Yeah, and the thing is, what's crazy is like certain frats, they get into like real crazy shit too, and like making you like a worker or some shit for them. And
like you give me ice cream 3 a.m. Like
what? Yeah, those type of that's just me personally. I wouldn't indulge. Everybody's different, but like that's type of frat I absolutely wasn't gonna indulge in. Right. Niggas wasn't gonna be calling me at like 2 a.m. talking about something. Bring me McDonald's. The fuck you mean? I'm a grown ass man.
But you got some people that's far from home and they need that comfort of friends. So.
Yeah, hey, and if that's for you, that's for you. That part wasn't for me.
Yeah,
but
I wasn't raised like that.
Right? Like, we grown ass men out here. Right. They wake me up at 2 a.m. talking about going to get
some ice cream, boy.
Go get me McFlurry. What are you talking about? I got a class in the morning. Fuck you mean? Grown ass man out here. Nah.
Crazy.
But I wasn't in that type of frat anyways. That's why I said it wasn't like that. So yeah, indulge in those if you must, or you could try it. Like I said, I tried it for a little bit. So if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. I mean, I don't know if y'all have anything to say about this one. Someone asked us advice for Burnout. I guess they just meant in general.
What kind of burnout?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have different, like, creative burnout. You got, like, just burnout in life in general, I guess. I don't know if any of y'all have any kind of experience with burnout at all, like in any facet of your life. If you do, I guess you could contribute to this.
I can't.
You don't?
I'm trying to think of
your face says you do, but you don't, like, think it's appropriate to share.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let's break it down. How about in school burnout? Then we go to life burnout in school.
Okay, we can start. Yeah, we can start there. Sure, why not?
No, only I'll take the point on this.
I mean, just going off where we just were with college. I mean, burnout is probably gonna come at some point because it's a learning experience. So you're constantly trying to balance between, like, how much attention do I give my social life, how much attention do I, because I'm trying to stay in the gym as well. If you go to the gym, that's a part of your day where you're trying to stay fit. Then your academics as well. That process is at one point or another probably going to burn you out, especially because you're going to choose, just inevitably, a lot of us are going to choose not to sleep a lot of the time. Like, we used to be in the library till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes.
I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah, it was just, I guess it's just that part. Like,
it was just, I wanted to hang out with the boys.
And you feel like you're in college anyways, and sleep is a myth anyway. Yeah. So yeah, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to stay up till 4 tonight and then get up at like 8 or whatever.
No, the problem would be that we was from like 12 to 4 a.m. We would just be talking about basketball. We wouldn't even be doing school.
Sometimes that was absolutely a thing. That was that, or depending on what other crew was in the library, you'd be up there. And so, like, those type of things, because you're just living in the moment, it will lead to burnout and a lot. That's why, like, that end of that one semester, like, I just went home. I was like, fuck, I can't do this shit no more. Like, I bounced out. I can't remember when that was. I think it was the end of college. Yeah. Like, I basically left campus at the end because I was like, bro, I'm tired. Like, I'm out. And yeah. So, but yeah, we'll burn out with that. Just realizing it's gonna happen, and acknowledging that you actually are burnt out, I guess, is probably important because. Sometimes I think there's a difference between being like tired and like actually being burnt out. I think those are two different things. My bad. It was 2017 when I burnt out. That's what it was. Yeah. When
is that a year where we was in the Mac lab and you had to finish a paper like 4 a.m. Like, yeah, and we like fall asleep in the chairs. It was one year. It was like, I'll never let this happen again. That was great.
No, in 2017 when it was like the end of the semester, and I straight told like most of my professors, like, oh yeah, I gotta go home and like work in the family business or whatever.
Oh,
like
damn.
that one. Yeah, I got creative. Because the teacher me and you both had, we're not gonna say her name on air. I can't even remember it. The weird lady, you remember
the one that like forget things?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, she gave
play
like
music at my house.
Yeah, she gave like a crazy ass end of the year project. Like it was because it was like a business class, but she's talking about
marketplace.
Like, you had to go like find a space for the business and everything, and like just some like super crazy ass shit. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna write a paper for this. And you were supposed to give a presentation. And I was like, I'm writing a paper, but presentation, I don't have it in me right now. Right. Yeah, burnout. Yeah, that's the one. Burnout. Towards the end of semesters, typically it'll definitely happen, but. Who knows? In high school, you probably already have experience with burnout anyways. Did y'all have something for life?
I just think you always got to set aside some time for yourself.
Absolutely. I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think part of the attributes to it is that you're just focused on whatever you're doing or goal, but you're not like, taking time to, like recharge your battery.
Right.
The funny thing is the most encouraging thing a colleague ever told me was, I haven't started either.
Yeah. Hey, that's always like
that was so encouraging.
That's always the vote of confidence in school.
I'm not even on a cap. I've actually lied and told people that I haven't started either, just so that
get a motivation.
Just so I wouldn't mess up the vibe.
No, that feel good as hell, and especially in school, like when you got like a project and
it's like after midnight and it's due that morning and no one started.
It's so encouraging.
That feel good when you have a crew like none of y'all started yet. At least that's what I say. That's like the universal. Like, that's when you speak each other's language in school. Is when all y'all said I ain't started yet.
Rob already done a paper, but it's trying to help somebody.
Well, I never done that. Y'all are nice. Like if I had no problem telling people I was done. That shit felt good. Like if I was done, I'm like, oh yeah, I finished already, and then they on their own. But no, if you haven't started it, it actually did feel good.
Yeah, same thing what Rob said. You guys have some time for yourself. When it get too hectic, sometimes it's like, close the books and just try to clear your head. Right, especially for freshmen, because freshmen is a big jump from high school to freshman year. Mm-hmm. And some people might be overachievers.
Because for some people that might be first time away from home, and also like also depending on what your major is, you're going to be taking some L's, and, and some people are used to seeing those C on the paper, so that could be a shock as well.
Yeah,
they might get too much workload. They thought they can handle it, now they can't. Yeah, you get crazy sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I guess the very last topic. I mean, I really don't think I'm gonna bother with this one unless either one of you have ever had experience. Have any of y'all ever like attempted in your lives to start a YouTube channel or wanted to start a YouTube channel? Has that ever been a thing for y'all or nah?
Yeah, I had ideas for YouTube channels. I didn't put the work in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Cause
I mean, yeah, I've always had ideas. It's just I've never like set aside the time to actually do it because of what I got going on right now.
Because that was the question. It actually came from the dude we're gonna be training with later. He was asking what was the biggest hurdle to starting your YouTube. I didn't want to just answer it solo. So if y'all
go ahead, answer it.
No, but I mean like what? Because it's a little bit easier from y'all perspective of like wanting to but y'all didn't actually do it. Like what was the hurdle there of like starting the YouTube channel?
I think coming up with content, different content. Also, again, the visual, like you don't have an editing thing, like you're on camera, off camera, the equipment you might need. A lot of things that I consider.
Oh, so you were thinking because I know you already had some kind of like background with like
yeah. So it is coming up with content,
right? Because yours would actually take like some significant work since you already knew how to do camera work and things like that in Photoshop. So I guess it would be a little bit more difficult for you if you're not just starting from like a standpoint of, oh, hey, I want to make videos now. What do I need? It's a little bit more difficult if you already kind of know. And where were you with that? Where were you with that, Rod?
Oh, I mean, part of my issues was just narrowing down to what I wanted to do or like who I wanted to work with. Like, I want to play games. I'll do story time with Rod because I have a bunch of tomfoolery I've been through in my life.
Oh, yeah?
Short time. It's just, and then narrowing down who I want to collab with. So it's just,
right.
Yeah,
like, I want to be animated and stuff like that.
We might have to make that a section on the podcast. Story time with Rod. I didn't know you had a bunch of like,
Rod.
Right? I know you had wild shit like that.
Yeah, man, Rod be out here, man.
All right, I'll be out in the streets. I guess my biggest hurdle when I didn't really. That's why I had y'all answer the question first because like I didn't really have a hurdle when I was because I started years and years ago. But like unlike you, I didn't know how to work a camera and all these things, so I didn't have like a damn. I know how much work that's gonna take. Because if you know how much work it's gonna take, I guess that might be off-putting. Like if
is that reason why you're not on camera originally?
Well, I just don't like. I feel awkward as fuck on camera. Like it's weird, right? Like we're recording and streaming are two different things. When you stream, like it just is what it is. Like you're talking to people in the chat. I don't mind that at all. I don't really mind being on camera, but that shit it feels weird when it's just you in a camera and like you looking in the lens and you're recording. That shit just feel weird, bro. That shit just feel weird. Like in that room in there, I've tried sometimes to record it. And that's just like that's
some people have like real glossy eyes.
Yeah.
Man, what you on, fam?
Yeah, that just feels strange. Yeah, I don't know. The hurdles come after you start on YouTube. That's what the hurdles. Yeah. Hurdles come after you start. Once you have a certain audience and you start to get boxed in, and you can't just post whatever you want. I think it's a little bit easier when you first start a channel and you could do literally whatever you want. Like you can make a video about a wide range of things, and you have a blank sheet. I think when you start, so it's a lot easier then.
Because right now people have an expectation for what they want.
Exactly. Like when you years in and you get bored or something and you decide, oh yeah, I want to do something else. Like you can't just like post something else on that channel. Now you need a new channel because like, you can't just.
Well, when do you realize it's business involved when you couldn't post certain basketball material early on?
It's business involved when you, especially when you start getting like sponsors and shit. You can't just fuck off a topic. Like if you have a sponsor, that gets stressful because you can't control your views. Like it's a bunch of stuff that goes into that. The algorithm, what people were doing that night. There's so many factors that go into that. And so now you got a sponsor tracking your views, and so you feel like, well, I can't really go out on a limb on this video because I go on a limb and it's trash. Then what? Right? They don't come back. So I think it's when you get like sponsors start tracking stuff, I think that's when it gets you start to box in just a little bit, and YouTube should always kind of be about creativity, but it's not. So that's kind of where that is. That's basically. Rod, you got me curious now with that story time with Rod shit. Like I've been thinking about that since he said it. You got me curious now.
Hey man.
He stopped talking after I said that. He like, nah. I have some stories of mine.
Have some spinoffs.
Say what?
Have a spinoff version of Storytime Rod.
Right.
Dedicate some podcast time to some Storytime Rod.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start telling stories on a whim right now because I got some funny shit in my head. But whatever. I think I was going to go ahead and end the podcast right here. All right, that was podcast 51. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit the like button, comment, and sub. Also follow me on Instagram because I am going to try to put the questionnaires out there. At least try to listen to, I mean, when you can, listen to some of the podcasts so you don't end up asking questions that we already covered, because that's the biggest hurdle when putting a questionnaire out there is people putting 100 questions that we've already talked about or that we've already seen. Don't ask me if LeBron can become the GOAT. We talked about that a million fucking times. Like we've done that so much in the last 4 years. Like that is the most, think outside the box with some questions, whether it's NBA or not. And yeah, it's on Spotify and iTunes if you want to digest it there. And yeah, we will see you next Saturday.